Hey fellow spies and smugglers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 26, Stealth Phase. Alright, we'll head over to Tri-Tachyon, see if we can't get another lead on the contact. And sophisticated electronic systems just got researched. So what this allows you to do is build the high-tech industry, which is the upgraded light industry, which makes electronics and lux goods. I don't have a respective industry to upgrade to sophisticated electronics. So as far as Dolio goes, I decided to get mining to extract the plentiful organics and artisanal farming, but Dolio doesn't have a free industry slot. Now, of course, if and when I finally get that hypershunt tap going, Dolio can bring in another slot. The other thing that we could do, the 4 industries here is for commerce. I could break down commerce, even though it's story point boosted. It would make me a little sad to put light industry on Dolio. It's a possibility. Novel is fully developed and has no space for anything. And Tarmarin could get light industries here, and that would actually make the most sense. Tarmarin does have common organics and is extracting organics. So light industry is probably the next best thing here, and Tarmarin's going to grow in about a half a year. So that's a possibility. And then Raveno, when it grows, is probably going to hit heavy industry instead of light industry or another orbital works or something like that. But it's not growing for a while. It's at 22%, 5% per month. So it's going to be a minute. There is some text that we can invest in, with that said, to accelerate planet growth. One big one would be Terminus. The Terminus structure is like an upgraded way station, and it allows you to significantly increase your accessibility bonus, which then encourages more population growth. So I think if we really want to grow our smaller planets, this is a very reasonable investment. If and when we have the research points, which currently we have 3 out of the 14 for Terminus, so not quite there yet. Okay, there's no contacts here at Tri-Tachyon. And we'll go to Myasura next. As far as colony crisis goes, it's climbing. The Tri-Tech Corp is really adding a lot of crisis points. They are not happy about the amount of profits we're making. They are livid. Which is funny, because they also love me. Okay, they wanted to like raise drinks to me, and I basically praised their administrators, raising my relationship with the people that are here. What do you want? You want... They salute me. They want me to disrupt a pirate orbital works for 60 days. Sure. I'm already on terrible terms with the pirates, so, like, why not? You're a pirate. I'm not going to work for you. And you, Tri-Tach Factioneer, wants to just invest in us? Fine. I'll owe him more money, but, like, if it leads to a contact, that's fine. So we have a loan repayment that I can repay. There. I already paid him back. Basically, I just sunk 110k or 130k. No, 110k in order to try to make a contact. It's an expensive contact, but like money is not much of an issue to me right now. Did that lead anywhere? Contacts? No, it didn't. Oh well. It was worth the try. So the only other contact I have here is possibly going to come about disrupting the orbital works. And it says I need at least 150 Marines I do have that, so I can black market a few more Marines so I don't have to go back home. In fact, I'll just max out my Marines. I can afford it. I don't really care. So I'm here to sell heavy machinery on the black market before I get going. And I never made my way over to Valhalla to sell these Lux goods, so I probably ought to do that before I go raiding anything. Monthly income basically broke even because I withdrew 370k from the stocks. Skeletor, thank you for the resub. Hitting a full year too. I'll drink to that. Cheers. So at this point, I've emptied out our stocks here. We basically vendored everything that we can vendor. You aren't working for Tri-Tach. You aren't working for Tri-Tach. Well, you're offering your Marine contract, but I just bought a lot of Marines, so I don't really need that. Alright, so the Star Works is what we're trying to disrupt. Where are they again? Why am I drawing on such a big old blank? Alright. Okay, got it. God, such jerks. So we have about 56 days left until refining levels up. It takes 200 days to upgrade to the Orbital Manufactorum, so I'm going to trigger that upgrade now, because by the time the Orbital Manufactorum is done, we'll have the higher tier refining done. So it kind of lines up. And it's a pretty good use of my, my credit capital. I could have used a wormhole to jump over, yeah. I just didn't. I did the slow flying mode. Military actions. So they have an orbital station. Just an orbital station. It's low. And it should be okay. I could also just... So I'm here for disrupting its orbital works. So I could launch a raid to disrupt the orbital works. Oh, light Marine casualties? That's fine. Done. Disrupt orbital works for... Didn't I just do that? For at least 60 days? How long is this disruption lasting for? For 20 days. I see. Let's go ahead and defeat the orbital station then to make it easier for the next disruption. Because I'm only a third done. I hope this leads to a contact, because I'm getting tired of praying for contacts. Are those volcano-looking planets any good? It depends on the materials on them. They can be really good for mining, smelting, and fleet command, and orbital works, but it depends on their individual settings or whatever. Oh, you mean the wormholes connecting between Beta Vigri and my homeworld? Yeah, they're probably up and running now. God, Aurora, come on, man. Watch where you park your butt. So the Auroras are designed to be like hit and run flankers, which is really not great at taking out stations, but luckily I just have enough sustained firepower to plow through the shieldings for this stuff. Although I will need a vent soon. I like how the mule's like totally getting in on it. I love it. Oh, yep, the Aurora just did an attack run. Well, if you're gonna block me, I guess I'll vent. And the other Aurora actually took out an entire section by itself, which is honestly straight up impressive. And it's done. I'll tactical bombard it. And it's still just disrupted for 20 days, so I'm going to hang out here and do another raid. Once I'm allowed to. Military actions. Raid. Disrupt. Over works. And because we've like blown up their defenses and tactical bombarded them, they don't put up much of a fight now. So I lose 7 Marines instead of like the whatever 50 or whatever it was before. So it's now disrupted for 31 days. So not quite the goal, but we're moving the needle. And like every day, I'm just going to re-rate it for disruptions. So here's the next day. Launch a raid. As far as valuables go, I could steal some of the blueprints, but let's just keep doing the mission. 39 days. Deploy more Marines. Let's see. Oops, wrong thing. Let's... Oh, I thought I was right-clicking. My bad. There we go. Deploying a lot of Marines. Now it's disrupted for 162 days. We're done. I'm used to the left click being the max, not the right click, so we weren't deploying enough Marines there. It's a potential contact, but it's a medium contact, which is, like, unfortunate. So, oh well. Can't be helped. That led nowhere, but at least we got it done. If that's the case, let's try to find work elsewhere. I think I'm gonna take a military contract over a trade one, though. So I'm gonna switch my prioritized contact, even if it isn't a higher level, just because I'd rather blow things up than trade. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell? Okay. I could have used Story Point for the Pegasus, but I can manufacture Pegasus, so it didn't really matter. But I was surprised just to see a Pegasus floating around. I guess Sindrian got blown up, or Persean League. I don't know. Someone had their big ol' ship blown up. As far as colony crisis go, yeah, it's continuing to climb. I'll try for a little bit longer to try to get a decent contact out of these guys. So here's the one that, ooh. Fixing my relationship with Tri-Tach? Wait, hold on. I gotta read this. She doesn't quite snort dismissively, but it's close. You're in quite a hole. Tri-Tach will want to compensation for damages. While the company isn't sentimental, you've offended a lot of people. So my relationship with them is 93, so I don't really see that this is necessary. I don't think this changes colony crisis events. This is like for fixing reputation, so I'm not going to bother with that. Sure, I'll buy it. because it helps my rep. And you want me to blow up enemies. Some pirates. Sure, I'll take it. I don't think it's going to lead to a new contact, but, like, it's something. And there's no one in the bar. There's only the Academy quest chain that I don't want to do in the bar, so holding off from that. I'm going to pop into, like, let's say 3 more Tri-Tach planets, looking for contact potentials, and then I'll re-pull. Because I've been at this a while, and I don't want to bore y'all to death if this isn't something that you think is worth my time. Oh, another freelance admin. Your name is Anubis. That's cool. A pirate contact. That's not particularly helpful to me. Alright. Kulan, and then after Kulan, we'll go to Scathy. And if Scathy doesn't have anything for me... Oh, what the hell? My transponder off? No, it's not off. Yeah, scan away. I'm not doing anything illegal. They tried to stop me. You... have a simple mission for me to carry out. You want me to go to Hedge and deploy a spy satellite. I'll try it. I don't really have a stealth fleet, but I'll give it my best shot. Maybe that will be a contact too. Remember the Fury? Yeah, yeah, good point. Here. Fury gone. I also have to pick up my tug at some point. Unless there's a tug here to just buy. Because tugs are so cheap, I don't care about owning extra. I haven't really been checking the market for tugs, but no, there's none being sold here. And Scathy will be my last attempt for a contact. So I do have a few Tri-Tach missions. Ooh, my monthly income went up even more. Probably due to the higher level smelting, because instead of selling ores, we're selling refined metals, which is worth a whole lot more. A stealth paragon? Yeah. So I have not really mentioned this, but the way the stealth works is it is the 5 highest sensor profiles of your fleet. So if your 5 loudest ships, like if you try to minimize the stealth profile of your loudest ships, you get a lower sensor profile, and phase ships have really low sensor profiles by default. So if you're trying to build a stealth fleet, small ships and phase ships are really good for that, generally speaking. Sure. Okay, so I have 2 bounties from 2 different Tri-Tach contacts, and I think, given that 2 of my 3 current accepted missions are bounties, I probably should pick up some more ships back at home, so that I'm not just like 2 Auroras and a Paragon. I mean, I could probably handle it as 2 Auroras and a Paragon, but like, better safe than sorry, I think. So I'll head over to the spy satellite deployment, and then go to the bounty targets. Ooh, a domain era service ship. Where is it? Beta Elnor. Okay. I'm not accepting it, but it's good to know that there's like more service ships out there, because service ships can lead to motherships, which lead to colony items and the like. So is the solar system here going to help me out? Not really. There's a bunch of pickets. There's not a ring near. And yeah, they're going to scan me. That's fine. I'm not doing anything illegal yet. So if I want them off my back, let's go mess with their sensors. Oh god, they're even guarding here. Yeah, they're even guarding their sensors. They don't actually have... They only have stability beacon and the nav buoy, so they don't even have sensors here, which I can like mess with in order to try to get them to leave their planet. So what I can do is look like I'm breaking the law, run from them, and this is where the tug would really come in handy. Ditch their fleets, trying to draw them away from the planet. I need to deploy a spy satellite and then circle back. So I'm going to try to transverse jump out, jump back into the planet, beating them there, and deploy the spy satellite. I don't think it's going to work. I don't really... Oh, God, no. I don't really have the right fleet for this, because, yeah, they're right on top of me. If I really wanted to do this... Oh, they're going to catch me. I'm just going to comply. They caught me fair and square, so I'll turn my transponder on. Yeah, this one's going to be tough given my current fleet composition. As I sort of figured it would. The other thing you could do is, like, try to go dark sitting here and wait until it looks like they have left the area. But there's not, like, pirate raids or anything going on around here. Which means there's not a... Wow, even going dark, my sensor profile is ridiculously bad. It's 200. Oh, I don't... No, they see me. So the battle stations, the isotope separator just got done. And they're going to catch me again. They're probably just like, what the hell are you doing? So maybe in this instance, what I can do is intentionally get a stealth fleet. Just to demonstrate the functional differences between having Atlases and a Paragon versus having something that is stealthy. But I think... What is the timer on these missions? Yeah, I'll have to go fast. Is this compatible with Next? It is. I'm not running Next, though. On the Ashes website, it actually, I think, specifically says it's compatible with Next and a bunch of the faction, the faction mods, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the only ship I'm going to take is going to be the phase transport, which means paring down my everything to a bare minimum, refitting this for fuel tanks and insulated engine assembly and yeah, that's probably enough. Oh, it's not even supposed to be the Rylus drop. I misspelled the ship's name. No P. Okay. So we have my little stealth ship, which will have a very low profile. Filling up on supplies, and let's see if this makes a bit of a difference. I need to get out there. Hope I don't have time to do all 3 of these missions before the time is out. But, you know, this is a fun one to demonstrate, because I really haven't done any stealth anything up until now. It's also worth noting, I am, like, completely a target for pirates and the like in my current state, because of, like, how tiny my fleet is. It would be easy for me to die. Is there supplies needed for the SAT? No. You just, like, deploy it out of nothing. So gone dark, my sensor profile is like 9. Which means very, very hard to spot. 39 in open space. And you can see there, like, sensor bubbles trying to find me. But they are camping the hell out of their planet, so it's... Oh, I'm gonna get it. Done. It's a high contact! This was worth it. This was so worth it. Oh boy! Ah, they pinged me! Jump, jump, jump! Alright, contacts. Develop and delete. Enyo. Are you an Irish folk singer? Okay, now that that's done, let's go do the bounties because might as well. But I did finally get that contact, which is super awesome. So, what to do next can be up to you. And that's the power of like a super low sensor profile stealth ship. So the phase field able to run, so essentially when you have a bunch of phase ships, it lowers its sensor profile significantly, would be the TLDR, which is why it was so easy for me to like sneak right up, even though the planet was very heavily guarded, and drop the spy satellite out from under them, because like my sensor profile was tiny and they just didn't know. So it is nice to have a stealth ship or two, or even just tiny ships. I mean, tiny ships work just as well, honestly. It doesn't need to be necessarily a stealth ship. So if we're doing the bounties, you know what? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll also take the 2 tugs, which means I have a giveaway for a tug going on now. Raffle timer's actually running, which is good, because it wasn't before. All right, we'll take some ships. Salvage, mule. Good. So this is my fleet to go destroy the bounty targets. And I'll bring extra supplies and maybe extra crew just in case I have some fleet loss. And cheers. And Izzy, thanks for all the gifted subs. And Red Fox for the cheer and oh god, everything. You guys are amazing. I'll drink to that. As far as tugs go, let's auto-fit. This is going to be the BFA tug. Done. And refit the next one, the BFA tug. So it's just efficiency overhaul. Alright, now my fleet speed in sector is 20. It did get raised up, which is great. So now we are max speed in sector and max speed in galaxy. And our fuel usage is going to be higher. In fact, I should grab fuel off of Nabla before I leave, because tugs have high fuel costs. So my Paragon has a 10. The Prometheus has a 5. The Atlases have 5, and the tugs have a 4. The tugs take more fuel than the Auroras. That's why I wasn't using tugs until now, because of fuel costs. All right, bounties. Oh, they're in the same system. That makes it easy. So we're going to go to Gamma Xanth and kill some pirates. I like it. And next, it looks like you want me to colonize the 5th planet. So, question for you guys. What type of planet to colonize? I could colonize a planet, mining planet for transplutonics, and or volatiles, or something, a planet within the 2 star systems that I currently inhabit. Meaning just like the next best planet within these 2 star systems. So, do you want me to try to secure more transplutonic ore and regular ore? more volatiles to do fuel production, because we haven't done any fuel production, or something that is just convenient. So in terms of convenience, Tarshish here is the only system. Why does it keep doing this? Tarshish is the only system that has planets left over, because Beta Vigori is totally full. So both of the Beta Vigori planets are colonized. So as far as the planets within the 2 star systems that I have, it would be either Magmelon or Wan. It'd probably be Wan. It's not like a sexy planet. It doesn't have a lot of resources, but like it would be easy to protect because it already falls within the star systems. So I'll have you guys decide that while I beat up some pirates. And while I'm here, I could also blow up the pirate station too, if there's a bounty on it. I wonder if there is a bounty on it. I don't see a bounty on it. And I'm definitely not doing anything I'm not paid to do. And the polycrystallizer at Raveno just got done. So the polycrystallizer is now making tons of refined metals. There's no local demand for them. The demand for them eventually will be Nabla's upgraded orbital works into the orbital manufactorum. As far as research goes, I don't really have enough research points to do anything yet. Oh, here is one of the stupid people willing to blow up. Oh, goodness me. I'm still in my elite transport. Yeah. So, I'm transferring command into my Paragon, because I totally screwed that up. What's the... I always forget the button to see the firing. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. My Auroras are, like, killing everyone. L... P... T... T? Is it T? No? Tilde. Thank you. Hold on. All my firing groups got reset weird. There we go. Now I can actually see my laser arcs. What guns do the Roars have that are working so well? Ion cannons and heavy blasters. So I can show you the design, but basically they are safety overridden, meaning they move real fast and they vent real fast. So they get real close, they dump a whole bunch of damage into the ships, and then they disengage quickly. So they're like flankers, if you will. And I like the design. I don't think it's perfect, it's not meta, but it's just some random nonsense that I came up with that has been working for me nicely. Alright, that's one of the bounties. I'll pursue them. I forgot to put officers in my ships too, which is stupid, but, yeah, whatever. That one's done. So, officers. I am going into my main ship, and then my officers in the other ships. Done. So this is what it looks like. It's an Aurora with ion cannons mostly for suppression, and then a pulse laser and heavy blasters. So the pulse laser and the heavy blasters, it gets in close and it just dumps DPS, and then it has a bunch of burst PD lasers in case the enemies are using missiles at short range. It doesn't even have anything in the back. The back sections are basically empty. So it's just it's mostly just a safety override, fast moving attack cruiser. And it works. It's goofy, but it works. Is this the other one? It is not. Well, it's a random armada that wanted to fight, so, you know, fight you shall. And it looks like my next priority is going to be to colonize a planet with volatiles. And I think what I want to do is I want to look for, it's going to take me a minute to look for colony candidates that are decent. But the main concern is going to be proximity to my other planets. That's the big one that I'm going to be considering. Let's go ahead and all convene here. I need some frigates. I've been doing without. I could use them, but I don't really. My Auroras are faster than most small ships, so they are like frigate speed, cruiser damage, which makes them deadlier. What else would make an ideal volatile planet? It depends on the colony items that I have, but probably a gas giant. You can have regular planets with volatiles, but if I'm going to use the synchrotron core, I would want a gas giant. So that's probably what I'll look for in a candidate. And let's go ahead and just, my Auroras, you're free to go rampaging. Have at it. Slay some pirates. Look at all those bombers. Wow, they are losing ships so quickly. Look at that kill feed. These Auroras are just chewing them up. I wish I could see the fight. I'm like stuck here in back, going like, oh, let me at him. Oh my god, they are getting eaten. This is disgusting. And they're done. They're good. They've lost. Good lord, that was fast. Given that they had, I don't know, like 5 times the amount of ships I did. Look at what we destroyed in that short period of time. That was, I don't think I need to tinker with this fleet for at least this engagement. I'm going to pursue them, second in command, and send all of my people after them. Mostly for the experience. So Portapane is ready to level up. Perfect. You are in the mule. Wow, my mule leveled up. Interesting. Oops. And we'll give you energy weapon mastery. Cool. Forget the wolf pack. Aurora pack is way to go. It seems like it. Like I said, this is not what I would consider meta. This is just weird and goofy, but weird and goofy can work if you know, build correctly for it. So there's one other, I think it's this fleet here is my other bounty. It is not. So I'm looking for 3 eradicators in a fleet. Maybe they're up here. Does it say where they are? No. Come on, where's their stupid fleet? Are they near the gate? Nope. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.